Just a quick announcement before I start. This Sunday, I'm going to be joining Paul Tambs and Movie Massacre 1987 on their live stream. I'll leave the link to both their channels in the description, but the stream will be on Paul's channel from 5 to 7 PM on Sunday the 8th of August, so pop along and ask us some questions. Hello, I'm Florentina Faconti and welcome to another episode of My Favourite Performances. Today I'm going to be talking all about Chris Evans. This is the most common of my obsessions. It comes and goes like at least once a year. Chris was one of my first like proper celebrity crushes because like Captain America the First Avenger came out when I was about 13. So that was like the perfect age to be like, whoa, you're pretty. And we all know what scene I'm referring to. We all wanted to be Peggy in that. But while I'm on the subject, I'll start with Captain America. I've grown up with the Marvel films. I was a bit too young for like when the first ones were coming out, but around like Captain America and Thor, their first films, was when I started to get into it and catch up with it. I got so invested and I have been ever since, and Captain America was one of my favourite characters. I loved Steve so much. And Chris played that character so well. I don't read the comics, so I can't say how accurate it is, but it seems like everyone loved him. He brought such a great balance of comedy and drama and action at all the right points, and it just made it so exciting to watch. And as much as I love that the mantle of Captain America has been passed down to Sam, I'm just kind of sad that we're not going to see Steve anymore. And we're not even going to hear his voice in What If, so that's going to be really sad. But I do really love the storylines that that character had, and the ending that we got for him was just beautiful. Another superhero that he played, his first superhero role, was in Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. I don't know what it is about him, but he is always the perfect choice for every character that he has played. Like, I couldn't imagine anyone else playing the characters that he's done. That's a lie, I do know what it is. He's a fantastic actor. That's literally the only answer. And probably he's got a really good agent, but... And even though he has played those two superheroes, and they're both Marvel heroes as well, he brought a different energy to each one, so he just made the characters completely different, and you can't even compare them. That being said, I do prefer his Captain America, but I do really love his Johnny Storm. Next up is Snowpiercer. Now, I've talked about this one before in my sci-fi series. I think it's episode 5. It's the post-apocalyptic and dystopian films. But I absolutely loved his performance in this, so I had to talk about it again because it's just amazing. This is one of his more serious roles, and the grittiness that he brings to it, I don't even know if that's a word, but it's just so engaging. He has such a presence as that character whenever he's on screen, and the power that he carries throughout the film, it's just so gripping. I'm not going to spoil it, but the end section of the film is one of his best performances. First time I watched it, my jaw was on the floor. Like, he is so good. Another one that I've talked about before is Defending Jacob. I spoke about this in my 2020 TV and movie highlights. I'm still buzzing about this show. I've only seen it one time through when it came out last year, but I'm still this excited about it. And still, over a year later, no one I know has watched it. And I can't discuss it with anyone. So please, if you've seen it and you liked it, only if you liked it, because I'm not getting in a debate about this, it's bloody brilliant. I almost swore then, that's how excited I got. But yeah, if you enjoyed that show, please like hit me up on Instagram because I need to discuss it. This was incredible because the struggles that the character had to deal with were just unimaginable. And even though it was filmed in Boston, set in Boston, where he is from, it was so far away from himself. He was playing a district attorney with a 14-year-old son who's on trial for murder of one of his school friends. Like, the amount of work he is doing in this show as an actor is flippin' inspiring, honestly. And it takes such a good actor to be doing that much work, but also keeping the performance really subtle at the same time. I've never been this desperate for people to watch something. Like, please watch this show because he is so good in it. Next up is Knives Out. I love his character in this, but I also hate him so much at the same time. Chris just plays it so well. How do I say this in a family-friendly way? He's a spoiled, pompous, arrogant little man-child. We'll go with that. But he looks really good in a cable knit jumper, so This is such a roller coaster for me to watch because there's so many points where he makes me so angry, and then the next moment I'm like, oh, he's not so bad. And I'm not going to give away what happens, the ups and downs and everything. But Chris's performance in this just makes me feel every emotion possible, and I can't deal with this man's talent. And finally, Gifted, the film that makes me ugly cry so much that I have to pause the film because I can't see anything. His performance in this is great, but my favourite thing about it is the connection that him and McKenna Grace have both on and off screen. Like, yeah, watch the film, it's great, but also watch the interviews that they did for the press tour because they are just so wholesome and I love them. This film absolutely blew me away the first time that I watched it, but I cried so much that I couldn't bear to watch it again for quite a while. But this week I was like, right, I'm ready, I'm going to do it. And I cried even more because I was already knowing what was coming up, so I was pre-crying. And their relationship just makes it so much more powerful and emotional, and you can tell that he has so much respect for her as an actor. And she was so emotionally mature for her age when she did that film, and it just leads to the most gut-wrenching scenes. It's just phenomenal. Before I go, I'm just going to do a few quick honourable mentions because he is in so many things and I just need to highlight the range that he has. He's fantastic at comedy. My favourites are The Losers, Not Another Teen Movie, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I always forget that he's in it and it is just amazing. And two incredible dramas that I absolutely love him in are Injustice and Red Sea Diving Resort. So yeah, those were my favourite performances from Chris Evans. Join me again in a couple of weeks where I'm going to be talking all about my favourite performances from Joel Fry. Thanks for watching, give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want more of this, but as always, stay safe and look after yourselves. Bye!